my shit, and I'll talk about that shit in the beginning. But I just want you to know niggas love, gang. Hey, let's go.
JR took us to Pluto.
Head over young nigga's shoulder. Everything is colder, Minnesota. Smoking so much grain, now I'm Yoda. Money Squad, we here. Hey, I'm coming with a banger. But we know it's a banger because I'm recording it. Duh. Like, simple. Nah, for real though. I got four true horror stories, animated. You know, I like the animated versions. I don't like when they just showing a road that keeps going continuous with a car driving. I don't like that bullshit. I like the straight up. You know, I like the visuals and stuff. Before we get to this though, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, man. I'm at like 120. Man, I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get paid. Boy, you feel me? I done put in more money for the equipment than the money I received back from this shit. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, turn me up, and let's get into it, man. This video is 12 minutes.
My name is Ali, and I live in Sudan.
What up, Ali?
I've been wanting to share this story for a long
If you
time.
live in Sudan, you
I'm the
don't talk
second
like
oldest
this.
of my siblings after my sister, who is 18. I'm 17 years old. My story happened when I was 11 years old. We were a normal family. My mom was pregnant at that time. After 9 months of pregnancy, my mom gave birth to my new sister, and I rushed to the hospital to see her. She was really cute.
That's
Unfortunately, my dad couldn't see her in person, but I did a video call.
Oh, my nigga
He was
locked
working in another country.
Oh.
My dad cried with joy when he saw her. After my mom got treatment, the neighbors were waiting for her to congratulate her, and my mom's brother, my uncle, was staying with us. During the celebration party, this old lady suddenly approached my mom and congratulated her. My mom was
I did her old ass walk up on me. She getting hit with a mean hook. You can't look like this walking up on me, shorty. I don't care. Don't walk up. Ugh, not like this. Ugh.
surprised
Sorry,
at first, but said thank you without really thinking very much. Later, all the family members ate dinner at night and went to bed after about 10 p.m.
Damn,
I
y'all
woke
let
up
the
suddenly
orange
at
juice
3
in there?
a.m. because I wanted to use the bathroom. As I was walking to the bathroom, I saw a silhouette of someone in my mom's room.
Hell,
I didn't think much of it because, well, I thought maybe my uncle was checking on us. Then, as I was leaving the bathroom, I saw something shocking. My uncle was throwing someone on the floor, punching them. He was yelling at me to go to my room and not come out. A few minutes later, I hear...
that. We jumping that nigga. What? You think I'm finna let somebody break in my house and I'm letting you fight him and I'm not hopping in? Nah, nigga, we jumping you. We're jumping, bro. Don't tell me to go to my room. Well, definitely if I'm 17 at the time. That's last year. So if last year somebody broke in my house, I got uncle and he knocking somebody. We jumping that nigga, man. Man, cut all the, man, come on, man, no.
these sirens, and I could hear them and my uncle talking, but I couldn't hear them very clearly. After the police left, my uncle told us to go back to sleep. The next morning, I asked my uncle what had happened yesterday. He said something shocking. He said that when he went to the kitchen to get some water, he saw a man kidnapping my newborn baby sister. My uncle got angry and quickly ran to the man, hitting him, grabbing my sister. The man ran to my uncle and they fought. That's when I came out of the bathroom and saw everything. A few hours later, the police...
Where the fuck did baby go that quick? Nigga, you making this story up.
On my door. My uncle opened the door, looked confused when he saw the policeman. When the officer said something, my uncle froze. The officer told him that the man who had broken into our house had actually been paid to kidnap my sister.
What the How much I want to bet it's the grandma? How much I want to bet it's the grandma?
Was shocked.
The old lady
asked
that was just
who
on his
had
shoulder.
paid them. Then the officer told him it was that old lady who had come.
This creepy ass woman. This creepy ass woman. And I'm so smart that I just know how it go, man. Come on.
Congratulate my mother yesterday. Moreover, it was revealed that she had kidnapped and sold 4 other newborns to anonymous people before my sister was born.
Nah.
The old lady was fortunately arrested, and she and the man were sentenced to life in prison. But what would have happened if my uncle hadn't come out to drink water that night? I thank God every day for protecting my newborn sister.
Hell no.
I'm now 17, and my sister is 6 now. We never told my father about what had happened that night.
Shorty is a trafficker.
One night, my mother was coming home from school on the bus.
Why are
The
you
bus
looking at her
wasn't
like
full,
that?
but it had plenty
Ugh.
of people already on it. One woman in particular got my mother's attention right away
You
because
so
she started
bogus.
staring
I know this woman was not this ugly in person, bro. You so bogus for drawing her up like this, bro.
at my mother's belly. My mother was pregnant at the time, but this woman would
Another
not look
pregnant story.
away, and she began getting closer and closer until it became extremely obvious that this woman was
You
up
know
to
she was
something.
out doing that shit.
Sensing something was off, the girl sitting next to my mother also felt uneasy and asked if she wanted to switch seats. As time went by, the woman
Ugh. Fuck is you looking at? Back up. I told you to move. Just like that. Now she's sitting down. Acting like she ain't do shit. Nah, you know what you did.
continued to stare at my mother's belly. That triggered my mom to remember a superstition. If someone has no philtrum, there is a high chance that they are not human. A philtrum is a vertical indentation in the middle area of the upper lip. In our country, there is a creature called a whack-whack. It is said to be a human during the day, but a monster at night, capable of transforming into a bird. These creatures
Y'all are racist as fuck, bruh. I'm sorry, I can't continue with these videos without pausing. How the fuck? Human. This is some messed up stuff. He's white in this video. This picture right here, he's white.
There is a creature called a whack-whack. It is said to
How
be
the
a
fuck?
human during
Look,
the day,
look, just
but a
look.
monster at night.
How the fuck you become black and then you call it a monster? That's some racist shit, bruh. I'm just
Capable
saying.
of transforming
I'm just saying,
into a
that's
bird.
racist right there.
These creatures often appear during festivals and offer people food, but legend says you should never eat what they offer you. My mom heard this story from her grandmother when she was very young, and it was widely believed in the area where they lived. Until my mother got off the bus, the woman continued staring at her, and after finally getting off, the woman followed her. My mom deliberately went the other way, but the woman
Why are you
followed
not
close
beating
behind.
her ass right now?
My mother
Well, you
walked as
pregnant,
fast
but-
as she could toward a crowded area and then quickly darted out to try to find a ride. Luckily, a taxi was there and a man provided her a ride to get out of the
He
area.
ain't had no problem.
She finally got home and ran inside. My grandfather was waiting for her, and as soon as he saw her, he quickly wrapped his arms around her and picked her up. When my mom asked why, my grandfather said he had seen a big bird and knew that the creature was in the area. Nothing dangerous happened in the end, but after that, my mom often heard knocking on the window at random parts throughout the day. One day, my mom's friend, who
That's
lived
so
in the
wrong.
neighborhood, came for a visit. She said she had seen a woman outside her window, someone who looked strange and lacked a philtrum. My mom realized that the woman she saw was exactly the same as the one that her friend had encountered.
That's crazy, bro.
I was 13 years old when this scary incident happened, and I lived on the 7th floor of an apartment building. I was coming home from school with my older brother, who was a year older than me. And when we got to the building, we tried to take the elevator, but it didn't work. So my brother told me to take the stairs. So I agreed, and he went up to the 7th floor faster than me. When I got to the 4th floor, I heard the sound of someone walking in high heels below me. I thought it was my neighbor who lived on the 4th floor, and I wanted to say hello, so I waited for her to come, but all I could hear was the sound of high heels getting closer. So I just went back upstairs. That night, I went to sleep because I had to go to school the next day. Then, I woke up in the middle of the night, sweating all over my body. I wondered why, but I thought it was just because it was hot, so I opened the window. I fell asleep again, but woke up again in the middle of the night. My whole body was drenched in sweat again. I was confused.
What the hell?
I thought it was nothing. Tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't move. I was scared. I didn't want to open my eyes. but I saw something standing in the corner of the room. Then suddenly, the shadow started jumping at me. I screamed and tried to move, and I realized that I was literally in sleep paralysis. I'd seen on YouTube that moving your feet could help you get out of sleep paralysis, so I tried moving my feet, and luckily, it worked. I was so scared that I ran to my parents.
All right, I'm back, bro. Somebody call me.
And she started praying for me. And when I woke up the next day, I heard shocking news. My neighbor on the 4th floor had died for unknown reasons. She was wearing red high heels and a red dress. It was like she was going to a party. And her cat was found dead in the bathroom. I was shocked. That night, I woke up again in the middle of the night and couldn't move. And I saw something shocking right before my eyes. It was a woman in a red dress with a cat. I realized she was my neighbor on the 4th floor who had died the day before, but her face was very pale and her cat was covered in blood. I closed my eyes and I started praying. When I woke up the next morning, luckily, there was nothing in my room. I didn't tell my parents. I thought I was just hallucinating. But I really have so many questions. Why did this happen to me? And why did she come to my room?
Hey, I'm a really big fan of your channel, and I wanted to share a story my dad told me when I was younger. When my dad was around 16 years old, he was working on a ranch in Idaho. His job was to wrangle the horses that always ran off deep into the mountains. He would always use his own horse, Angel, to go and catch them. My dad said Angel was a funny horse because she always acted like a dog, very playful and full of energy. Every so often, when the horses ran off even deeper than normal, my dad would pass by an old, abandoned shack that looked like it had been falling apart for years. Every time he passed it, the hair on the back of his neck would stand up, and he'd get an eerie feeling. But it wasn't just him. Angel, his normally playful horse, would start bucking.
Yo, I'm so sorry. Someone keeps calling me trying to be funny. They know I'm recording on my MacBook. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's 3 minutes left in the video. Let's finish it. If they call me one more time, I'm just ending the video. I'm not gonna lie.
Another ranch worker who had been there for a few years. They started chatting over lunch, and since the guy knew the area so well, my dad asked, "What's the